given us a reason to suspect your account has been compromised.
Like butter wouldn't melt, but I know this person is a scammer because I watched them try to steal nearly £1,000 from my account. Now, to answer their question, yes, I know exactly how they got my details because I set them up. But instead of confronting them, I play along. So now we can show you exactly how the latest energy scam works, as well as the countless other scams that follow a similar pattern, so you can stay one step ahead of the fraudsters. It starts with an email claiming to be from E.ON, saying you've got an £85 refund on your energy bill. If you check the email address it's actually from, you can see it's not an official E.ON address. But they play a few tricks to make you think it's legit, like using E.ON's real social handles. And while the wording is a bit off, the clincher here is that it's about energy. At a time when companies are going bust and millions are being switched to default tariffs that are skyrocketing, this scam comes along promising you a refund, right on cue to try and catch you out. Now, it goes without saying you should never click on a suspicious link, but if you do, first check the URL. The scammer, who we'll hear a lot more from later on, actually had the gall to give me this advice.
Always look at the URL, so the URL will let you know whether it's fraudulent or not.
Actually, that's not entirely true, as even URLs can be spoofed, but it's a good place to start. Now here it's obviously not E.ON's, and another sign it's fake is that the links don't work properly. But here it does take you to the genuine E.ON app in the App Store, which is sneaky, and overall the site is relatively believable at a glance. So it asks for so-called login details. Mine obviously don't exist, but it gobbled them up anyway. It then proceeds to ask for what felt like every detail under the sun. Now, just for the record, apart from my name, all of my details I set up for this investigation. Then less than 2 hours later, bingo, the scammer tries to make a payment using my details. And here comes another part of the scam, which is a common tactic. The following day, I get a call.
Good afternoon, am I speaking with Lucy Ariana?
Note the attempt at a professional tone from the get-go. Now, interestingly, the scammer had sent me a text just a minute earlier claiming to be from a fraud department about a £2,000 loan supposedly taken out in my name. It's very much a typical story that scammers will use to worry you and start piling on the urgency. But in this case, it's also a ploy to win my trust, because as the scammer continues to stress throughout the call, the text appears to be from a genuine customer support number for a real company called Cash Flows.
So you know, for your own peace of mind, if you just like to check and you receive that text from our customer support phone number.
Meanwhile, the scammer keeps trying to bamboozle me, topping up their web of lies with constant reassurance, and now their golden ticket, my personal details that they stole from me yesterday.
I can see that somebody attempted to log into your Cashflow account. The address we have on file for you is 2 Marylebone Road in NW1, and this iPhone has attempted to log in from Manchester.
Continuing to try and gain my trust, the scammer then pretends to help me work out how my details have been compromised. So what exactly am I looking for?
So any suspicious emails or text messages, they are asking you to pay for a service like a delivery courier, or for you to pay for a bill. Do you believe that this is where the fraudulent activity is being penetrated? Messages, maybe any NHS COVID passes.
Fraud advice there from a scammer, and ironically it's another typical tactic. They literally list some of the biggest scams doing the rounds at the moment, and chances are they're across more than just this one. But this is all part of the grooming process before trying to steal my money, and already I can see attempted transactions coming up on my account.
So just for insurance purposes, if you please launch the online banking app and confirm your balance as it stands, just so that you can able to access any funds, you will be liable for a refund.
Obviously, your bank will never ask you this, but I say £500, which is of course a lie. Then the scammer tries to take the lot twice.
So I said before the review and your company has brought up that there was a true action made by at 4:21 PM. Can you confirm this is itself?
The transactions keep getting declined, and the scammer spins a lie to try and get me to approve it in my banking app.
Okay, so the transaction has been placed on pending. What we will need to do is approve the refund. If this transaction is pending, you will be debited for this 5 PM.
It's important to note here how the scammer tries to pile on the urgency with a deadline. They're saying if I don't do it by 5 p.m, money will be taken from my account, and it's a prime example of how scammers lay it on thick to try and catch you out. And when the scammer is done with my account because the payments aren't going through, here comes the final nasty layer to the scam. If I had then shared more details, the scammer would have given these the same treatment and tried to steal yet more money. Another common tactic to be aware of. Then after 40 minutes of revealing almost every trick in the book, the scammer eventually hangs up empty-handed. Now, if you're called by someone claiming to be from your bank or linked to your bank and you think it's suspicious, end the call and look on the back of your bank card for its official phone number or visit its website. Report any phishing emails by forwarding them to report@phishing.gov.uk and text messages to 7726. And fraudulent websites can be reported using the National Cybersecurity Centre's online form. If you think you've come into contact with a scam, speak to your bank immediately and report it to Action Fraud or the police if you live in Scotland. To stay one step ahead of the fraudsters with updates on the latest scams to avoid, click the link on screen to sign up to our free scam alerts. Check out the video below to find out how Royal Mail text scammers tried to steal £4,000. And for more videos like this, subscribe to the Witch YouTube channel.